everyone! Today I wanted to do a Q&A video of the most frequent questions that I get asked that a lot of you have been asking me in some of my most recent videos and in my Portuguese sweets video. The first question, and easily the most common one, is about my eyes. Yes, I do have a weak eye, which means that they don't align exactly correctly, which is why sometimes I look like I'm looking not directly into the camera. That is something that I cannot help. It has been that way since I was an infant, so the next thing you guys have been asking me a lot is whether I actually speak Portuguese. I think the best example here is this comment. E a minha resposta a este comentário é sim, eu falo português. Vocês podem ver vídeo em que falo somente em português. How to learn any language. And on that note, a lot of you have been asking me if I am not in fact actually Portuguese or if I am really American. The answer to that is yes, I was born and raised in the United States. I do not have any Portuguese family. My family is completely American from a whole bunch of different regions from the United States, so I am 100% American. This person asks, por qual motivo resolveu aprender português? I decided to learn Portuguese because I went to Lisbon to do a study abroad program in my undergraduate years of college. I really liked it, and I discovered that I really liked Portuguese, and so I stuck with it, and now I speak it just about as much during my day-to-day as I do English. So this person asked, aprendeste a falar português em quanto tempo? I would say it took me a few months to get conversational in Portuguese because I was thrown into the environment, and I made a big point of trying to just talk to people with what little skills that I had, and I was studying on my own. I didn't take any formal classes until I came back to Portugal after my study abroad program, and then I studied Portuguese at the Faculdade de Letras da Universidade de Lisboa, or FLUL, and I studied a couple of semesters there where I did up to the C2 level, which is the highest level of learning a second language. That's where my ability to speak Portuguese comes from, but it also comes from practice and your natural ability to learn languages and what other languages you might speak. That is another question that I get frequently on this channel. Besides Portuguese and English, I also speak Spanish and Catalan, as well as French and a little bit of Russian, so that has helped me improve my level in all of those languages. It took me a lot longer to get what I would consider fluent in Portuguese, and if you guys are interested in my story about how I learned Portuguese, I would be happy to make a video. Just leave a comment. For those of you who have asked, yes, I did live in Portugal. I lived in Lisbon for about 3 years. I lived all over Lisbon in a bunch of different neighborhoods. If you guys would like to know a little bit more about how I did that, I will also make a video about that. Just, again, leave me a comment. After about 3 years of living in Lisbon, I decided to move to Barcelona, which is where I live now. I've lived here for about 2 years, so I have been in Europe for about 5 years with some periods here and there in the United States. When I lived in Lisbon, I lived nearby various different stations of the metro. I lived by Rato, Intendente, Alameda, São Sebastião, Saldanha, and others. And while I was living in Portugal, I did get the opportunity to travel a little bit around, so I have also been to Porto, I have been to Coimbra, and I have been to some other little places in between those areas, but I have not yet gotten the chance to go south to the Algarve, and I have not yet gotten the chance to go to any of the islands. Those are places that I would really like to go. The next time I go to Portugal, who knows? Maybe I will. So those are the most frequently asked questions that you guys have been asking me. If you would like to know anything else, just leave me a question in the comments below, and I will think about making another one of these videos if you guys are interested in that. If you like this one and would like another video like this, do leave a thumbs up, and you might think about subscribing to my channel if you're not already. I make videos about food and culture, and I also have videos about the differences between European and Brazilian Portuguese that you can find in a playlist in the eye above or on my channel. I also have a podcast that comes out every Monday on iTunes, and I will see you next time.